Hi, this is Franz Cantor, cartoonist, illustrator, Toon Talker, and I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum, and today we're checking in some of the bowels of the archive, the Australian Cartoon Museum archive.
And this is your scrapbook on Kirby, the second scrapbook of Kirby.
Yeah, and
so we're going to really get into
Kirby's
this.
a quote here: "Comics is the art of the visual word," and that's
visual
a drawing.
The visual word.
That's a drawing of Kirby as one of the characters he did.
Beautiful.
Some sort of sage character.
Yeah, which he was.
He was.
Yeah, and I'm the parsley.
Yes, and here's just action stuff, the use of lines to sort of show power, and here's a incredibly dynamic, the punch comes all the way.
Wow. If you're going to do an elastic
you
punch,
feel that,
boom,
you feel that, don't you?
That is incredible.
There's the little fist there and then boom, you just,
Yeah.
what's this, bok?
Well, if you're hungry, bok choy.
Yeah, and and this is typical Kirby's mouths.
Yeah! Look at these crazy manic eyes.
Mouths that open up.
These are very very Dictico-ish.
Yeah, reaction shots.
Look at these. See?
Reaction mouths.
The tiny pupils in the eyes.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's all pupil.
It's fear.
No iris.
It's fear.
Fear. Yeah, emotion.
Yeah, so here's a whole stack of them. Like here's Captain America with his eyes practically singed off, screaming, and the power, and it's all frightening, and it grabs your attention because...
Of course he can regenerate again.
Oh, of course. Oh, well, of course. What, he's into reincarnation, is he?
No, he's immortal. He's like the Hulk.
Is he? Oh, God, I haven't kept up. And this is composition, Kirby composition.
Yeah.
And design. That's sort of beautifully telling the story and showing the direction and the power. He's talking about all these buildings, all these houses and rooms that people live in. He's getting existentialist. And
look at those chunky, look at those sausages there. I mean fingers. They're beautiful.
And so
you're ever going to do chunky gloved hands.
Aim straight at you.
Yeah.
And these are hand grenades. And there's the sort of that he's flying.
And how do you know it's aimed straight at you? Because it's not an oval, it's a circle.
Yeah. And here he is looking down with that beautiful...
Strong.
He's using the design so beautifully from the costume, the strength.
Yeah.
Just, the power of going through time.
Yeah.
And
look at the dynamics of this.
Yeah,
this is like
this directional stuff with these
down
round...
the barrel of the inside of a spaceship. And
enough, and they all seem to be going up. And he lands on that angle, and the guy's at that angle. And
wow. So you compel the reader with these opposing actions.
Well, this is not main action.
Of the action
this is not a fighting action thing, but there is
a lot of gesture that implies uplifting.
Yes.
So the arm goes up.
Yeah.
And the characters.
Let's get going. Let's
let
these soldiers get going.
Here's some hardware, Kirby hardware.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is like impossibly made up, but intricate in its composition, in its creation.
Do you think he started a lot of kids and turned them into engineers?
Well, that'd be crazy to make anything like this.
Well, see, here is the whole holding it all up.
The thing.
Sorry.
There's Ben Grimm holding it up. That's a page. That's the first page of a comic called The Sentry Sinister. Beautiful title by Stan. And I presume it's Stan. I mean, they work collaboratively probably on a lot of the names. But look at the scale of that. You know, it's unbelievable. Kids, when I first saw that, and kids read the Fantastic Four in the 60s, they're flabbergasted.
This is all sort of technical stuff. He's talking about...
Yeah, look at that. Pre-Nemo in the Matrix.
And there he is, doing his designs on his... He doesn't have an ordinary drawing board, he has a supersized drawing board.
Yeah.
And there are all these... There's just a whole bunch of buttons he's pressing, look. And his fingers are on all of them.
Yeah.
And this is a
mouth full of crackle. That's what happens when you eat that crackle candy.
Oh, okay.
You turn into a Kirby crackle face.
So wonder they don't have a lolly called Kirby Crackle. And there's the Mobius strip.
Yeah.
The old Mobius strip.
It is too. My goodness, that defies perspective. Yeah, look at
And so this is the
Ant-Man
and this is all the electrics and stuff within it.
within his mouth.
See, there's these 3 arrows about to fly. And see, there's a
cybernetic helmet.
there's a schematic drawing which she actually just holds up and turns into this interesting idea within a comic.
So this is before holograms.
Yeah.
He's actually, inventing holograms.
And these are weapons. He's got a weapon in his thumbnail.
Yeah. Wow.
This is on a glove. He puts it on his glove. That's
So
like a
this is quite profound. This
weaponry.
stuff.
This is a bit Doctor Strange-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Laser
Amazing.
beams and stuff, and
More tech. So it's called Kirby Tech.
yeah.
If
See,
you want to Google it or go onto Pinterest, Kirby Tech, you'll see a lot of this impossible, intricate stuff.
Yeah, the robot takes his fingers off and sticks them in his leg and makes his leg powerful or something. All these different things. This guy's got a little ring that actually saws through chains. Here he is here.
It's
and
not
these-
just a saw; it's
Yeah.
an electric saw.
Yeah, and this guy sort of takes his glasses out, puts these 2 glasses together, and he gets this
become a
extraordinary, like
ray gun.
almost like a And this is inside the shield, the weapon inside the shield.
Wow. Iron Man.
Yeah, and this is basically different angles within
So these
the
are
panel.
Dutch tilts and upside down shots.
Yeah, this
You
is
know, lots
early
of the-
pre-Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah, look at the jagged
Yeah,
frame.
and here they are,
edges.
the Fantastic Four. He's learned a bit more over the years,
Mm.
and this is explosions and
So he's trying to entertain himself and get the most out of the story, out of each panel.
yeah,
So you're really creating
and it's cosmic
at
stuff.
the time
Like
cutting edge stuff.
here's the world getting really close to the city, so it's the end of the world stuff, and there are all these rocks in the sky. It's cosmic stuff.
Yeah,
It's not just like the whole world's falling
Yeah.
to bits,
and that's
shooting
before,
up. Something happens with the magnetic fields, and so everything just starts flying around.
Yeah,
the
no
place.
one had seen anything like this
And
before.
of
in
course,
comics.
when they fought,
First
they
time.
smashed up New York like it was a sandcastle.
Matchwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here he is, Thor, and these are all the people he's fighting, and all you see is all their swords and
Shattering.
just getting smashed to pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all big stuff here. It's all big stuff like this. This is cosmic rays that's wrecking the world totally. Whoa.
Gigantic scale.
And of
So
course,
his action was a part of the
this sort of
end of the world depicted by Kirby is a very dynamic place.
he kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and in the end, the Earth couldn't contain himself.
Yeah.
So the characters became gods.
Yeah.
See, here's like the god. There's Odin's father, and he's a god.
There's
'cause Thor's
father,
a god, yeah.
Odin.
And there's this character, Galactus, is so big. He's just
So the scale, the big to
Yeah.
the small.
and
the gods.
here's this almost religious,
Yeah, blessing
This-
type of hand movements.
yeah.
The blessing of the Coens.
But power, it's not. It's like the royal wave, but it's not showing. It's
It's
showing
more
power.
than a royal wave. I think.
Yeah.
It's exactly it. It's like the
And these are
blessing hands.
These are Kirby's
Gods.
women.
Yeah. So they're
And-
not bimbos, and they're not cute little pin-up girls.
Yeah.
They're models.
She's blind. She's a
They're-
blind character.
That's
well, they're
Ben Grimm's
gutsy.
girlfriend.
Yeah, they're all gutsy.
Yeah.
But he also
full of
invented
energy and
he-
dynamics
He
and
invented
power.
love comics. Kirby invented love comics.
Yeah.
See, this is how powerful she
But
is.
love on equal footing. The
Yeah.
male is the same
Yeah.
same power as the man.
Yeah. See the power.
So
like
these
she.
are very.
she's getting
they're
ready
still
to fight.
beautiful, Still very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very powerful, very potent.
Yeah.
So the
And look at
energy is not.
Look at this
it's not
headdress.
condescending in
She's
any way.
almost like a queen bee or something, isn't she?
Yeah.
The incredible headdress.
There's Loki tied up.
And that's obviously, the what do they call it?
Ballet.
Yeah, it's a ballet, but yeah.
It's a ballet pose.
And this is Kirby showing
Wow.
love and subtlety.
Subtlety.
They've just had a child and they love each other. Tenderness, and there's the baby's hand.
Reed
See,
Richards and Sue Richards and
all
the
in
baby.
one little picture. Yeah, and this
Little
is
Richards. Little Richards.
I'll
I
pay that.
entertain myself.
I'll pay that. Yeah.
Little
Do you laugh
Richard,
at all
Big
your?
Richard, Middle Richard, Little Richard?
Do you laugh at all your jokes?
No.
And
So-
these are way Kirby does
that.
close-ups. And actually, if you look at them, a lot of them is just getting out of drawing. But they're powerful because they come closer. They do your beloved Dutch tilt.
They
in them.
have a lot of impact and meaning.
Yeah. I mean, this is almost
Yeah.
like.
So
This
they
is
do a close-up to accentuate what he's saying. So
Yeah.
it's like a punctuation.
Yeah,
So you're
that's
reading
right.
it and you hear it, and you look at the expression, you think,
Yeah.
ooh, he means it.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is a comic language used expertly
Yeah.
in the visual medium of the graphic novel.
And this is the cosmos again.
Yeah.
Going through the negative zone.
He does some incredible, beautiful rocks.
You're very positive
Kirby-
about the negative zone.
Yes, but Kirby's rocks are beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that eclipse. His rocks absolutely fantastic. In painting, you know, I fell in love with the rocks of Frank Frazetta and the backgrounds of the mountains. But Kirby in comics
Yeah.
is unsurpassed. in
This is
terms
sort of
mountains and
cosmic power.
rocks.
This is an unusual picture.
A man who swallowed too much crackle.
And look, this is these.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what that means, but it's very
Oh,
cool.
that was in the comic, and that's how we got it in Australia because we have black and white reprints in Australia.
It's very stark.
Yeah.
In the black and white.
Yeah.
Very cool. You can really get
Become part
an
of the cosmos.
appreciation of the complex details
Yeah.
that he
The
has
source.
put in the simplicity of the composition.
The source, he writes the source. The finger doth write on the wall. And these are Kirby
Some action panels.
sock panels, I call them.
So clonk, baram, zoff, woom, crack, plap, pow, crack, woom, wham, zom, fwam, not pwam, fwam,
Patang.
woom, and patang. Well, patang is very Thor.
Plap's very unusual.
Clap. Well, it's not just a clap; it's a plap.
Yeah.
Plap.
And he got it. That's what happens when you get hit in the face. You get
Well, you
cracked.
hit yourself in the face.
But I prefer these ones. I like these offs and the Passams.
So the explosions are
yeah, powerful.
Yeah. So I think it's in keeping with the humour of some
Yeah.
of the action. You know, the over-the-top humour. It kind of gives itself to fresh onomatopoeic words.
Yeah, and this is a whole series.
Zing.
This is a whole series
Flock, flock.
of Kirby using threes. So
now
he
this
picks
is
up
the
a filing cap.
Kabbalistic form of Kirby. We don't know the meaning of these threes. If somebody understands what
Kabbalistic.
these triplicate ideas
Yeah,
are
so-
in Kirby comics, please let us
So
know.
the three bullets come out of the fingers.
We don't understand.
There's three guns against this character. There's three knives all flying through space. And
Three
they-
scimitars.
yeah, and these just miss him.
Is this sequential? So
Uh,
they change from scimitars into.
I'm not sure. And of course, this is she throws.
Look at that pose. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Coming right at
Olympic.
you.
And of
Beautiful.
course, she throws her spear, which actually loosens all of them.
Yeah, look at that. The
And
dynamics.
he throws his hammer, which actually breaks all these, the three
Yeah.
of them.
But on ricochet,
Yeah.
boing, comes back because
Skack.
the hammer has incredible.
And here he is,
Boomerang
Mr. Miracle,
powers.
about to get three things shot at him, and he just gets out in time, and when they all go through, pock, pock, pock. And this is the use of three characters
Yeah.
in panels. So here, the Russians are
Three water bottles,
no, they look like needles, but
needles,
they're obviously rockets.
rockets.
Aiming for the super,
Human Torch?
Human Torch, and of course he's running away from them because they're all guided missiles.
Yep.
And this is the use of threes again in a
Threes.
dramatic sort of pose.
Yeah. 3 dimensions.
Yeah, I mean,
Background,
there's
midground,
four
foreground.
people in that shot, but you only see the three really.
Yeah. But they're.
And even in here, like you've got Johnny Storm out there brushing his teeth, but this is and of course they're reading the paper, and he's
Yeah.
looking. She's looking at the paper.
Wow, look at this down the barrel of the gun.
Yeah, this is early Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Inside the machine.
And here's the three of them again. Three blokes going across
Tiptoeing,
the drum. Three
sneaky
drums.
The
three guns are
three
going
guns.
click, click,
oh my
click.
God. Look, there's something here.
The three
with
of
this.
them here.
I don't know what this means. Three
Yeah.
guns.
So anybody out
What's
there understand the
three
use of
thwops?
threes in narrative form? Please get
What's
in
the
contact.
big deal with Kirby and threes? Why would he do threes?
Fear, doubt, and hate.
Maybe that's what they are: fear, doubt, and hate.
Yes.
Maybe they're thwop, thwip, and thwop.
Okay, and this is how you stop a jet. You just grab it like that, and it pulls you back a bit, but you stop it. Only Kirby can do stuff like that.
Wow,
Okay, well that's scrapbook number 2.
that's awesome work. Okay,
Yes.
well done. That's a collection that is an amazing example of Kirby's greatest works.
Okay, well
If you know anything about three, and not the Three
Essential-
Stooges, if you know anything about the use of threes in Kirby,
Yes.
let us know.
And we don't
hit us
want
up on Patreon
Yep.
or on the YouTube channel, which you are now.
and we won't take too many Blessed Trinities into consideration. Okay, this is Jim Bridges and
Franz Gettel.
saying see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.